Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Edmonds Mom's Room podcast. Today, you won't be joined by Dr. Allison as your host, but by her team. So I'm Devin, I'm the manager here.
I'm Isabel, another receptionist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Victoria, one of the physical therapists here.
And I'm Dr. Riley. I'm also another physical therapist here.
So we decided to do this really fun episode and just kind of share a bit about ourselves and why we work for Body Motion and everything we love about it. So you're going to be hearing a little bit about all of us. So I'll get started. I'm Devin. I was born here in Edmonds, and I started at Body Motion 2 years ago. And what really drew me to this work was the job ad. In it, Dr. Allison asked for a video about why I'm the rock star she's looking for. And I thought it was so unique that she just wanted to see and kind of get a feel for my personality right away. And if you know Dr. Allison, you know that she is extremely genuine and just really loves to connect. So I thought that was just a really cool way to kind of get an interview. So my favorite hobby is painting. I love to do watercolors and have kind of decorated my apartment with those. And something you don't know about me is that I've actually had 12 jobs since I was 17. So in the last 10 years, and this is by far my favorite. I love the connections that we get to make and the community. So next you'll hear from Dr. Riley.
I can go next. Yeah. Hey guys. So I'm Dr. Riley. So for the first question, where I grew up over in a small town in South Seattle called Normandy Park. Spent most of my life growing up there. Spent most of my life exploring around Seattle, but just recently moved up north. So it's been fun getting to explore a little bit more of Washington State. And then what drew me to Body Motion? I just right off the bat was so welcomed by Devin and Dr. Allison. They just made me feel so at ease, so comfortable. It really just felt like a safe home base for me, which was really cool. And just getting the opportunity to work with all these wonderful women through all stages of life and helping them just achieve all their goals has just been so fulfilling. I absolutely love it. And it's just a place where I felt like I was going to love coming to work every day. And it definitely is. You know, I thought I was going to have a job. I just dreaded waking up to every day, hoping the work week would just be over. But I just got the vibe right off the bat that I was going to love it. And I have loved every moment of working here. So one of my number one hobbies is definitely cooking. I really enjoy experimenting with different recipes. And another thing I love doing is just doing some different exploration around Washington State specifically. But I do love exploring other states. My boyfriend and I love just taking spontaneous weekend trips, going to explore new towns, trying new restaurants or any new breweries, things like that, which has been really fun. And then something you may not know about me, I lived over in Florence, Italy for about 6 months and got to really just immerse myself in the culture and the food and got to learn the language, which was a blast. I wish I remembered more of the language, but hopefully one day I'll get back my Italian. But yeah, so that's some things about me.
Next, we're going to hear from Dr. Victoria.
Okay, so a little bit about me. Originally, I'm from a little bit north of Edmonds in a small city, Mukilteo, if you've heard of it. And what drew me to Body Motion certainly was Allison. I met her over Facebook, and I was just drawn immediately by her passion and her positivity. And then coming into the clinic and meeting the team, I just knew that it's something that I wanted to be a part of. There, you can just feel the good vibes as soon as you walk in. Everybody's just so happy and sweet. And you can tell just the relationship between the team and the patients. It's something that I definitely knew that I wanted to be a part of. And I'm so happy that I am. My number one hobby, that's tough. I feel like 2020 has just been a year of hobbies. So right now what I'm really into is my Peloton. So I started with the cycling, but now I'm just so into all the yoga and the meditation. They have bar and just like a lot of really cool classes that I'm really into now for my little home gym that I've been doing for the last year plus now. Something you might not know about me is I've traveled to about 15 or so different countries, give or take a couple. I'm not sure if I'm remembering them all, but I think that I'd say my favorite would be Denmark. I had probably the best time in Copenhagen, ate great food, loved all the people I met, and I can't wait to go back.
Awesome. So now we're going to hear from Isabel.
Hi, it's Isabel. So I grew up in Kansas City, actually in a small town about 10 to 15 minutes away from Kansas City in Baser. I grew up on a farm and actually grew up on over 100 acres of land. So I had like a bunch of like chickens and peacocks and cats, dogs, pigs, all of that. And then I moved to Washington a little bit over 2 years ago for my husband who lives here. And I've loved it since. What drew me to Body Motion is I've been working in the beauty industry for well over 8 years. So I'm really into self-care. I love anything that involves beauty inside and out. So that's really what motivated me to apply to Body Motion. This place is just obviously very much about taking care of yourself and loving yourself too. It's very positive, and that's what really drew me in. My hobbies is taking care of my plants. I'm a plant mom and a cat mom as well, but I'm a plant mom too. And I love taking care of plants. I love collecting crystals as well. And I love cooking too. One thing that you probably don't know about me is I am very much musically inclined, not only artistically, but also musically. I played the violin for over 9 years, and I played a little bit of banjo as well. So, yeah.
Very cool. So now that you know a little bit about all of us, we are going to go around and talk about our favorite things about Edmonds. So I'll start. I just love the atmosphere. Like we talk a lot about how like just when you drive down, you just get like a sense of peace. And like for me, I always went to the beach with my mom when I was a kid, the same beach that now I work up the street from. So it's just really comforting and feels like home. So I'm so grateful that this is like where I get to drive to for work. It's just the best.
Yeah. I know I definitely have to agree with you on that, Devin. Every time you drive in the morning into the Edmonds Bowl is what people like to say. It's just so just grounding and just immediately calming, just looking right at the water. It's so pretty. And then not to mention all the local businesses, food shops, coffee shops, cool clothing shops, bookstore. There's just so many cool places that you can explore on a walk, little lunch break, or just any kind of break. It's amazing environment.
Yeah. So true. I'd probably say my favorite thing about Edmonds, I mean, I think it's definitely the downtown. Something about like these cities with these cute little downtown areas that are just so walkable, and they're just full of, like you were saying, Dr. Riley, just these cute little shops. I'm definitely a consumer of so many different things in this area, but it's just so cool to be able to walk out on my lunch or before or after work and like grab a couple things. It's just so easy.
And that's definitely my favorite thing too. I love the small town, especially coming from a small town. But I also love the pier. The pier is something that I literally go to every single day. I'm very fortunate that I live not too far away, so I'm able to do that. But I love going to the pier. I'm personally am an earth sign, so any sort of, if I'm like in the forest, if I'm near the ocean, I just feel so grounded and just so in touch. And being next to the water is just my absolute favorite thing. So it is nice, like going on our breaks, even just driving in too. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not only am I at work, but I'm next to the ocean too. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And just a great community that's here too. Like all the small businesses that we've seen kind of really step up and support each other and just create this really comforting environment throughout COVID has just been so great. So we're very lucky. And of course we love Body Motion the best.
Yeah,
but, you know,
yes, of course.
Yes,
we're not
biased.
Awesome. And so what's your favorite thing about the team?
Ooh.
Oh,
I love how close we are.
I know.
Like I've only been here for, my God, what, 2 weeks? I've been here for 2 weeks, but I genuinely feel like so close to everyone. Everyone's so inviting, so warming. And I feel like that energy really goes into our clients as well. And I think that they see that too, that we are just like really close, not only because we are a small team, but we all enjoy each other's company
Yes.
a lot. Yeah.
So true. I know. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm just working with a bunch of like good friends,
Right,
you know, like we
right.
just click right off the bat together, which is so great. And I think that exudes to our patients too. I think they see that and just creates such a great environment for them too. But
yeah, I agree. I think the patients definitely see that. I just love how it's so easy for us all to I think we collaborate really well and work really well as a team. If I ever have any questions, like I can ask anybody, and I just feel like I can get the help that I need from whoever wants to help me.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we're very supportive, and no one kind of has that chip on their shoulder like, oh, well, this isn't my job. It's like if someone, we need to like follow up with someone, we can. If we need to make a podcast, everyone's down, you know, like we're all here for the greater good and to serve our patients however we can. So it's just so good to see. And then what would you say is the best thing about working here?
best thing? I think just, gosh, the overall vibe and atmosphere of, our patients, all of us, all of our coworkers. I think just the positivity, the kindness, the caring attitude, and just knowing that I can just come up to any one of you and just ask any kind of question, and I don't feel intimidated. Like I just feel automatically just that ease and comfort, which is such an important, piece of working in a fabulous environment and, job.
I feel like as soon as you hit the door, it's like immediate relaxation.
Yeah,
Even just like working here too. Because I'm like at home, like I like my house to be zen and everything like that. So it's nice to also come to work too. And it's like I'm at home. We have the plants, we have the music, we have the sounds, like everything's just so inviting. And I think a lot of our clients as well think that too. As soon as they come in through the store, it's like immediate relaxation and you're just met with warmth. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I've noticed for myself that all the zen and relaxation that happens here in the clinic, that I'm able to take that to home. So I can have that. I would love to have that zen space in my house. And I feel like I'm starting to adopt a lot of that. And then now I probably purchased maybe 6 plants over the last month, I want to say. And so I think it's such a good feeling. And once you know what it feels like, you just want to have that everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with all of that. And then for me, it's the baby pictures, because like we see these clients come in like for weeks at a time, and like we see their bellies grow and we help them feel their best. And then like just to get that photo and see their face, you're just like, wow, like you're really here. It's just the best. And like it's so fun to hear the names and just like how things are going and what the nursery is going to look like. Like you really feel like you're a part of, not like really their family, but like you're a family friend, like we're not just the receptionist or or like someone they come and see. It's like we genuinely care. So that's probably the best.
Yeah, for sure.
And then delete that. So obviously Allison is like the heart and soul of Body Motion, and I thought we could go around and just talk about like what we admire the most about her.
I'll go first. So the first time I met Allison obviously was in my interview, which was over 2 weeks ago now. But immediately when I got on the Zoom call with her, I could just feel her warmth and her genuine just like interest in me as a person, not only just because I'm obviously applying for a position at her business, but she was really interested in knowing who I am. And I thought that was really cool because I've never really had like any sort of employer or anybody like that who was genuinely interested in like who I am, what I'm interested in. And it was really nice. And once again, just bringing back in like the warmth. And I feel like that's just been a constant thing throughout, my time here. And Allison has been a big part of that. Yeah, definitely.
What I admire about Allison is that she's just such a hard worker. I think she's an excellent example of a business owner, a woman business owner. She's just so incredible in that sense. You can see that she really, prides herself on doing a good job, and that she really dedicates herself to her patients. And then just how she just loves and supports the other businesses in the area and wants to support them in any way that she can, and wants to be collaborative in any way that she can. I think it's just such a great thing.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that too. Some other things that I definitely admire about her is just her, like you said as well, like when you first meet Allison, just her energy and her vibe is just so contagious. Her positivity, you just want to be around her all the time, which is so incredible. And I think just since working here, her constant support and wanting to help us grow as individuals, making sure that we feel challenged enough so that we're growing here as individuals, but then we're also growing as a business. I think that's so cool that she just keeps that going daily.
Yeah. All of that, of course. And then just like her faith in us, like when I first started, I was just like a part-time assistant, like here to make a few calls. And like over the past couple of years, she's like given me more on my plate and allowed me to fail, but also like been there to be like, nope, this is where we're going now. And she's just like always so positive and confident and like has the confidence in you, so like now she can leave. Oh yeah, we got this. Like you can trust us. We're here, so it's just really cool to see like how we've progressed, and like she's remained the same, like she is herself, and that's why I love. She's just so genuine. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this today, guys. It's been so fun. And if you have any additional questions for the team, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram or comment on this podcast, and we'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.
Bye.
The Edmonds Mom's Room podcast is brought to you by Body Motion Physical Therapy. We help women through pregnancy and beyond so they can live active, confident, and healthy lives.